Hello from Santorini and welcome to our short flight with Aegean Airlines to Athens during the COVID-19 pandemic. Since my first COVID flight report on Eurowings was so filled with information, let's now rather enjoy the views on what is one of the most spectacular flights I know, and before that I'll talk a little about vacation during the pandemic. So let's be faster than the runner of marathon and fly from Santorini to Athens in just 30 minutes. And here we are at the world-famous Amphitheater of Epidauros, which had its first season in the year 340 before Christ. And even though the front prospect isn't here anymore, the acoustics are still fantastic and the theater is still being used for concerts and theater performances. Well, Greece is a beautiful country, of course, but now, after the travel ban in Greece has been lifted a little, traveling to Greece and visiting all those historical, fantastic, ancient sites is a very special experience, because normally there would be masses of people, and at this time you can see all those world-famous sites such as Delphi, Olympia, or this amphitheater almost alone. And that's a once-in-a-lifetime experience, I would say. I just think that it's very important to be careful, to wear the mask, to wash your hands, and just don't risk anything, don't put anybody else in danger. And they really take care about that here, and I find it very good. And I think it's just important to maybe be a little more careful than it's necessary, and being able to travel and see everything and see all those beautiful places than taking a risk and then maybe not being able to travel for a long time. Well, that's my opinion. But now let's enjoy again this beautiful, beautiful theater, and then we go on with the flight. Taking off from Santorini is absolutely spectacular if you're sitting on the left side and the plane is starting northbound from runway 33. I don't want to talk too much today, but here are a few words about the boarding process with Aegean, as this is an interesting subject during COVID times. As opposed to Eurowings, we were not boarding according to status, but all passengers with a window seat boarded first, followed by all others. That's already a much better approach in times of COVID-19, I think, when the minimization of risks should have priority over status passengers. There's lots of goodwill and smart thoughts, but putting them into effect is still a challenge. Just like everywhere in everyday's life, like when everything should be done contactless, and then you're supposed to sign something with another person's pen. All efforts before that would be useless. Anyway, also here the airport made sure that every other seat is left empty in the waiting areas, but in the second of our boarding call, all people pushed to the gate like there's a free car for the first 10 passengers. Aegean Airlines boarded passengers according to their seats, which is a good idea. But then there was a bus waiting to bring all passengers to the plane, which was parked just 100 meters from the gate, with no other planes around. Everybody could have walked, but we had to stand tight together in a bus. Flight already from Santorini to Athens. It's going to to be a very short flight and really spectacular, so I cannot talk very much, and I'm also trying to steer my camera very well because there's quite some turbulences, but it's a spectacular flight. I just wanted to say, very funny, the crew just said that in case of a loss in cabin pressure and you need to take the oxygen masks, you have to take off the protection mask first. So, who would have known that? Really funny. Another very surprising thing happened, and that's we got a snack pack. It's a very, very short flight of only 30 minutes or even under 30 minutes, and still we got a little pack with a snack. I have a look inside in a moment, and it just gives a very good impression of the airline. Aegean has been elected best regional airline for more than 10 times or 10 times already, and I really understand it because every time I fly on Aegean, it's a really good experience. The snack pack contained a bottle of water and a chocolate bar and a disinfection wipe, which is already more than what you get on other big airlines, and on a 30-minute flight like this one, you normally never get anything anyway. And 30 minutes are already over and we're just about to land. I can only say flying Aegean is really a nice experience. It's always been actually. And even more flying between the Greek islands is a really great experience. You see so many beautiful islands from here from the plane, and you should really do that sometime. No matter where it is and how short the flight is, it's gonna be a great experience. For sure, in this beautiful part of Europe. So this was our little jump from Santorini to Athens, flying above the beautiful Aegean Islands. How did you like the flight, and what are your thoughts about the specific COVID-19 arrangements? Let me know in the comments. In my third COVID-19 flight report, I will take you with me on a flight with Wizz Air from Athens to Dortmund, filled with information about the airline and also their approach to the COVID-19 situation. And it was also their first flight out of their new hub, Athens. Another big problem regarding the implementation of COVID-19 precautions came up when we left the plane. Everybody jumped up and jammed the aisle, standing super close together, which made all previous efforts of distancing useless. To sum it up, Aegean has put good thoughts into the COVID dilemma, but they rather failed in their implementation. Well, I hope you liked our flight as much as I did, and that some information was even useful for your own travel plans. Please tell me your ideas about that. Stay healthy, stay tuned, subscribe to my channel, and see you again very soon here on Travel, Sing, Fly.